And my therapist said, let me stop you there. He said, you remember torture? Which is such a funny thing to say. And we talk about the same goddamn things that have been bugging us practically since birth, you know? Pretty easy for our therapist to pick up on these themes. So I was going on about something or another. Probably my inability to earn money and make a living. I don't know. One of my recurring themes in my life. Say, do you remember torture? Well, I mean, in the context of the fact that we talk about past lives a lot, I guess it's not that weird, but it was such a funny question. I was like, yeah, what do you mean? And he said, well, you went through it in other lives, you know you did. And yet you're just putting yourself through it again and again and again. Why do you keep doing that? Why do you keep torturing? Why do you keep doing the torturer's job? It was a very funny question. And I think just the question itself gave me a little space to look at what was going on in my mind. Because it hadn't been that long before that I had this image in my mind very clearly. I believe it's part of the painting on the Sistine Chapel. One of them is just like a skin suit hanging on a peg from the neck. And I thought, when I first saw that when I was a grad student, I thought I really identify with that guy. Just a skin suit hanging by the neck. And I had recalled that just a few days before my therapist had asked me that. Remember torture? And so it was very funny. In that way that kind of makes you have those ringing ears and like, woo, deja vu, things are coming together. And that's the kind of conversations that I have with my therapist that I've never had with any other kind of therapist before. And I've been to many, many therapists in my days. But never has there been someone whose goofiness fit my goofiness just in that way that it didn't say something like, yeah, sometimes it seems like perhaps you're torturing yourself. No, he just said, remember torture? Yeah, I remember torture. That hit me kind of on a guttural level. I remember in past lives, there was a sense of being tortured, and it was terrible. And it has stuck with me all these incarnations, and I have resented it because it seems like I always end up getting tortured. Well, I guess that's the story I tell myself pretty well because I took over the torturer's job in this life. Does that maybe resonate with anybody out there? We torture ourselves, right? I just want to bring that to your attention, my friends, and ask you today, do you remember torture? Let's leave that in the past. There's plenty of other people who want to torture us. So let's don't torture ourselves, love, all right? Let's take that non-torture energy into today and the next week, okay? I love you. Bye.